I hope it's becoming apparent on what we're trying to do here with the layering process on the video. Rather than throw a ton of stuff at you, all kinds of fancy combinations and the finishing off stuff right away, is that we're giving you a way to progress this right from the basic level. And that's really the most important thing, in my opinion, that your basics are set soundly. You want to burn this stuff into your system correctly. That's why we're going slow and we're taking it piece by piece. So with our Thai boxing basics so far, we've looked at our foundation, our base, our Thai boxing stance and guard. We've worked our right kick. We've worked our straight right knee, which is a middle range technique. We'll show you application on that in just a minute. And we've shown our left side kick. I really like that left side kick with the Muay Thai because there's not much power difference at all between dominant and non-dominant leg. They can kick you just about as hard with this one as they do with this one. So it doubles the danger level from a kicking standpoint. What I want to do next is look at the foot jab, which is the Thai equivalent of a front kick. What you'll notice is, again, from a Thai standpoint, you won't see a lot of snapping of the leg when they kick. Their leg is slightly bent generally when they hit with the kick. Explain why we'll do that in a little while. The leg's not locked out straight. We want a little bit of a bend in the knee. But there's really no action from the knee down. We want to keep that leg like it's a solid piece, even though it's slightly bent. And I tell people a lot to use an image of chopping at a tree with an axe, if anybody's ever done that. When you throw that in, you want to get your whole body into it. You want to dig that blade as deep as you can without it getting stuck, and then get it back out so you can do it again. Same kind of a thing with this Thai kick. Or use the image of a baseball bat, or taking a sledge and really trying to just bust something that's down there. That's the mentality you want to have when you throw this kick. So it's the same kind of a thing with our long foot jab and our short foot jab. Long foot jab refers to the lead side of the body. Now this can be used several different ways. It can be used defensively, it can be used offensively. If we just look at it offensively, we can use this a couple of different ways as well. From this distance right here, all I have to do is lift and take a little bit of a hop on the rear foot. So you notice I'm not staying stationary here and doing that. That won't quite reach because he's maintaining a distance that won't give me that without moving in. So the first way is just from here. You lift the leg and you'll notice that the leg lifts relatively straight. It doesn't bend and then straighten out. You're outside of range, so you can get away with this kind of a motion. The foot lifts. There's a little hop off of the rear leg. That takes us forward, and we got a little bit of hip extension here. So that can be done to the body. It can be done to the foot, but generally you won't see that done with a hop because that's a pretty small target. So a lot of times you'll see guys just steal a little step like that, and they just kind of want to see what the guy's going to do when you probe this thigh here. It's kind of like a boxer would just kind of float that jab out real slow to see how the guy's going to react. Offensively, if we hit him with the foot jab, long foot jab, lead side of the body to the torso, we don't want to move him back too much if we want to do a follow-up technique. Let's say we're a little bit closer to the ropes and we throw a bit of a home run and we want to bounce him off those ropes so that we can come in with a follow-up technique. But a lot of times, offensively, all we want to do is just tap him a bit and now set up to be able to follow up with more kicks or punches. Defensively, we can use that same technique. If he throws a right kick to the body, we can use that same technique to stop him. Yeah, we use the long foot jab, looking to go just inside the hip. We've got to catch it early. The later we are with this, the more there's a chance of him coming around. Yeah, go ahead and throw it. Of him coming around the corner and scooching that foot jab off. So we want to catch him early. We want to catch him right inside the hip bone. A bunch of nerves that run down the inside of that part of the body. So offensively, we're looking anywhere from here. Over in Thailand, it would be a very big insult to foot jab a guy in the face. So that would have some social meanings that mean a little bit more over there than they do over here. So most of the foot jabs that you see, you'll see them done to body. Defensively, he kicks. They'll stop the offense with that foot jab. And then the third way is if we're a little too far away, we hop it like so. We switch it. And that's the same switch that we did when we were going to throw our left side kick. So from a tactical standpoint, sometimes you see them out at about this distance. His foot will float. Sometimes they'll do that switch again, trying to see what that guy does. Maybe from here, I've stung him once here. So he starts to shield. And then I'm going to look at breaking my rhythm, breaking my timing. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And going on another line. So we switch it, and then we can use that foot jab again. But it could also be a switch to left kick, the leg to left kick, the body, and it could also be, if I'm a little tighter, to throw that left knee. Same switch for all three. So what you start having here is kind of like